Welcome to another edition of Under the Hat with your host, Marcus. Well, today is the 14th of May, 2020. Greetings to you wherever you are. I trust that life is pretty manageable for you at this point in time. Yeah, I know there's still issues surrounding COVID-19 and there's some fear that it may last a lot longer than we would have first anticipated, or others would have first anticipated. But like I would have told you guys sometime before, I'm planning for the long haul, so I'm not planning for a 1 or 2 year. I'm thinking at the minimum 10 years. So that's my focus. So I'm getting myself mentally ready, or I've gotten myself mentally ready for that particular situation, that particular scenario. And I would advise anyone who's listening to think long term. You know, and in anything you do, you ought to think long term. You ought to think long term. You should not just think of things in a fleeting moment, as it were, because life pretty much is a marathon. You know, for the most part, most people live 70 years or more. So, you know, if you use that premise, then you can look and see how much life you have or how much life you expect to live, you know, based on that premise of 70 years. You know, so plan long term is what I'm saying to you guys. I've been away from you guys for a little while. I've been doing a couple other things, you know, trying to get business up and running and doing well, trying to also focus a little bit more on my family life, you know, get as close to my family as possible, because I don't always get this opportunity to spend this kind of quality time with my family. So that's one of the ways I'm looking at this lockdown, this kind of disruption of the normal. So for me, it has its positives. You know, like I always say, you guys always look for the silver lining in the dark cloud, because there's always a silver lining. There's always reason for hope. Because the thing is, when you don't have hope, that's the time when you start to get really depressed. You start to look at the darkness and worry, you know, because you have nothing to look forward to. You don't have in your mind that thing that brings you joy because you're looking forward to doing it, or seeing it, or hearing it, or smelling it, or eating it. Whatever that or those things are in your life, you need to have hope. You know, so that's really my message today, to not to lose hope, you know, to hold on to your hope, to hold on to your faith. Always remember that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. You know, regardless of what you do, you know, there's always going to be some sort of positive coming out of it, you know. So don't give up. Stay focused. You know what I mean? As I always like to tell people, stay blessed. You know, stay blessed. You know, so, you know, I'm not on these videos for very long, so I'll wrap up now. And I'll encourage each of you out there to live love, give thanks, and stay cool. Bless.